On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're going to talk about movies that really just didn't do it for us, but did it for everyone else.
Welcome to BJ in the Morning. I'm Juan.
And I'm Brendan.
And this is episode, I'm not sure.
It's one of them. It is an episode.
We forget to keep checking what episode it is.
It's like 68.
68?
Mm-hmm.
69.
That's not this episode.
Coming up.
But today's episode should be a fun one. It's one we've kind of been talking about for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And as two people who watch a lot of movies, discuss those movies, debate about movies, dissect movies, lots of D words.
Debate, discuss, dissect. Triple D's.
Dining's drivers. But we're not going to Flavortown today. We are talking about movies.
By the way, speaking of overrated,
okay,
Flavortown.
Well, we didn't even say that word yet.
Okay, well, speaking of overrated,
because we're talking overrated movies today. But continue.
Flavortown. The actual restaurant.
Overrated.
Overrated AF.
Yeah, but we're not talking about restaurants being overrated.
Okay.
I've never been there though, so I wouldn't have an opinion.
Can you do me a favor before we start?
Yeah.
Can you turn me down a little bit?
Yeah, dude. Is it really loud?
Yeah.
How's that?
It's good. It's good.
Is it better?
Yeah. The last episode, I needed you to turn me up.
But you didn't say anything.
I did.
I don't know.
I cut you off before we get started. Can you turn me up? And you
how am I?
You turn me up.
How are we 67-ish episodes in and I just now started messing it up? It doesn't make sense.
And now this episode, you can turn me down.
Yeah.
Right?
You want more?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I could probably go up just a smidge. But
yeah, too bad. We're going to just keep moving along. You have ears. Use them.
I have ears. I do have ears.
But Juan.
Brendan.
I'm going to ask you a question that I already know the answer to because we've been discussing this
Discussing.
Discussing. Digesting.
Digesting.
Discussing. Debating. Dissecting. In that order. We talk about movies a lot, but we started talking, I think, around Halloween when I think we both were just watching a bunch of horror movies because tis the season.
Right. And
we both watched a movie, and I think I really watched it for the first time in a long time. And we both just at almost the same time, without talking about it beforehand, both agreed that the movie just isn't good.
Yeah.
But everyone loves it. Mm-hmm. So it got us thinking, what other movies are out there that the world seems to love?
Yeah.
But we don't think they deserve as much love as they get.
What movies does the world love that we don't?
But not just us, because we definitely looked around the internet.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that agree with us. Mm-hmm. There's people that I don't agree with.
Of course, there's always going to be that too.
And I'm sure there's people that won't agree with us.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
If you don't agree with us, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Throw it down there. Leave a review. But don't say something like, these guys don't know nothing about movies. So that hurts our feelings a little bit.
We're not calling anyone out individually. One comment that's just been resonating with us for weeks.
It's gonna sit with me forever.
It's gonna sit with us, that comment, because it is so outlandish. You know?
Yeah.
Because of the movie we were talking about that someone made this comment on.
Right.
Because of that like, it's just so dumb. Anyways.
Yeah, right.
Just because we haven't seen The Punisher from the 80s or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
We weren't even alive.
Who cares?
Hoopla.
Who cares? So we're not gonna name the movie that we were talking about because it's on there.
It's on the list.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. You calm down.
Hey, you hold your horses.
Hold your freaking horses.
You grab your shoelaces and you tie them up because we're going for a ride.
Put your seatbelt on.
Put your seatbelt on and tie your shoelaces. We're going for a ride.
We're going to drive to the place. We're going to go for a walk. So you got to be prepared.
Yeah.
It's a light jog.
A lit jog.
No, this is lit.
All right. So we're going to get into our list of 10
movies.
Overrated movies. In our opinion.
In our opinion, shared with others. And we want to know what you think. Do you want to take it away?
I will read the first one, but it's not. I don't agree with you on this one, and I want to hear your thoughts on it.
For sure.
So our number 10 on our list is Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
So, and I saw this movie later in life, right? So like when it was really popular, when it came out in 2006?
1993.
Oh, are you serious?
It's serious.
Okay, I feel like it got popular
I'll let you know
when we were in high school.
I'll let you know.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So in 2006 is when I first heard of it. Right? Right. I didn't watch it until I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And it's entertaining. I liked it. I wouldn't say I love it, which is why I'm not upset that you wanted it on our list. But give me your thoughts on Nightmare Before Christmas.
Let me start with one question. Would you say this, if you walked up to most normal people and said, what's your favorite Tim Burton movie? Do you think they'll say this movie?
I think it's the only one they would think of.
Cool. It's not a Tim Burton movie. Tim Burton did not direct it.
Okay.
He helped with it, but he didn't direct it. So that's A. As someone who knows movies, it bothers me that happens, right? Because this movie.
But doesn't it say Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas?
No,
it doesn't.
No. So this movie was directed by Henry Selick. Tim Burton wrote it, and I believe he was a producer on it. And yeah, no, you're right. On the poster, it does say Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. But still, it is not his movie overall, right?
Okay.
So that's A. That's first on the list. It's a pet peeve of mine, right? Because
it was hyped up because of Tim Burton's name.
Yeah. The second thing on my list is when you're talking about, in high school is when it got popular. That has a lot to do with the reason I hate this movie. Because I feel like there was different stages and levels of emo/goth kids. But both kind of, let me scratch that. It was a Venn diagram based on this situation of goth kids, emo kids, and right in the middle was the Nightmare Before Christmas loving both sides, right? So everything was Jack and Sally. Everything was, the Pumpkin King. Everything was Zero the dog. Everything. No matter where you looked around was always someone wearing Jack Skellington shit. You know what I mean? Like, there was the Blink-182 song everyone loves, I Miss You, says Jack and Sally in it. Oh my gosh, everyone's so hyped about it, right?
Yeah.
It's an emo anthem now. Right?
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, I saw this movie when I was a kid. I loved it. I saw it when they released it in 3D in theaters because I was like, I'm so hyped on this. But as time goes on, as I get older, anytime I watch this movie, all I can picture is the cringiest people dressed to the nines and all these Nightmare Before Christmas merch stuffs, right?
Yeah.
And people will say that it is the best Christmas movie of all time. It doesn't technically feel like a Christmas movie to me.
Yeah.
I get that it is, technically.
Yeah.
But it doesn't to me. So it's more of like, it is overrated in my opinion because it was so cringy popular. And it is still people's like favorite Christmas movie, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a Christmas
Would you
movie.
say that it took 16 years to get popular?
Yeah, no, I think it blew up at a weird time.
Because I don't remember, because you say 1993. I don't remember ever even hearing about it.
Yeah, but see, some of my favorite movies as a kid were like this one and James and the Giant Peach. Like,
I remember
both
that
claymation,
one.
like stop motion, all that kind of stuff. And I loved the idea of that. So I don't know. Maybe I just watched the movie too much, and I can't stand it too much anymore. You know, I can't stand it as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I don't think the songs are as fun as they once were, and I just think that it got so hyped. And I think a lot of movies on this list are gonna feel this way, where it's like, I just think it was so overly hyped around us.
Yeah.
That it just became a problem for me. You know.
I understand. I mean, I didn't agree when you said it.
Yeah.
I just think it's a fun movie.
Mm-hmm.
I've never thought of it as like this phenomenal movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I will admit, I was one of the people who thought it was a Tim Burton movie.
No, and again, that is me just nitpicking like crazy. You know what I mean? But also because Tim Burton has better movies than this.
Like Batman.
Batman's great. Have you seen Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Even Sweeney Todd, which I think is kind of meh, is better than Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Frankenweenie.
Frankenweenie?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, but there's so many other like amazing Tim Burton movies.
Yeah.
And this one isn't his, and we all say it's the best Tim Burton movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands, for God's sake.
Sure.
So good.
Right.
Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg. That's a Tim Burton movie. Did you know that? Now you do. But yeah, again, like I said,
I'm traumatized from that movie.
Like I said, me nitpicking that it is not a Tim Burton movie is so like pretentious of me to say in a way.
Yeah.
But again, it is just another reason why that movie bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
The next one on the list is a fun one.
Yeah, give it to us.
This one's from 2001. So
okay.
And I feel like this movie had the same popularity spike at probably about the same time as the last one on the list.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Donnie Darko.
Yes. I've watched this movie recently.
I'm sorry?
Within the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And all's I gotta say is the story was going somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting, but it was boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's so boring.
So I think, sorry to cut you off.
It's slow paced,
mm-hmm.
right? And why do we watch that movie? Tell me.
Why do we?
Yeah, why?
I know I watched that movie because of the hype around it, right? Because other people were like, it's the best movie of all time.
No, but like if you wanted to put it on right now, what's the first thing you think of when it?
Oh, it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Mm-hmm.
And what else?
I don't know.
The bunny.
Yeah.
You want to see the creepy bunny.
Yeah.
You see the creepy bunny like maybe 4 times in the whole movie.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
No, I get it.
Anyways, yeah, I think that movie is so boring.
So I think there's a lot of like really interesting parts of this movie. There's a lot of like it's one of those movies that people go like, you didn't like it? You didn't get it.
Yeah.
You didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And I think that has bogged down that movie for a lot of people. It's like art is subjective. You're allowed to listen or watch or read or whatever how you want. Art is not made for everyone, but it's made for everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can also make movies that people don't understand and still make them good.
Yeah. But then there's also going to be the people for those movies like, you just didn't get it.
Yeah, so like an A23 movie. 90% of those movies are confusing as fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
You just didn't get
and
it.
And the twists are weird.
Or they're so particular and so specific that if you didn't catch it in the first 10 minutes of the movie, that's why you didn't get it.
Yeah.
So then you got to go watch it again.
Uh-huh.
And then you're like, it wasn't that good, actually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like Donnie Darko is.
Like the movie The Green Knight.
I haven't seen it.
To kind of just like...
It's like a 3-year-old movie. You're fine.
Yeah, but like to kind of like go off on a tangent. This movie's not on our list, but I thought the movie was great. I sat through it. I turned it on thinking I would fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I was like, oh, I'll just put a movie, whatever. And I watched the whole thing. I was up till like 3, 4 in the morning watching that damn movie.
Don't you love when that happens?
Love it.
It's
love
like
it.
It sucks when you have to wake up.
Yeah.
But it's like, dang, I pushed myself through this movie.
And that movie was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really good, really interesting, and it held my attention the whole time. But at the end of the movie, I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? And there was so many things that, like, details that I caught on and just didn't understand because they want you to put it together.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I want to know if my theories, like, I don't know if it's just open for interpretation, but I just immediately was like, meaning behind Green Knight, you know? And I'm just like just blown away of the lore behind that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you almost had to understand the story before watching the movie.
Right.
You know?
But back to Donnie Darko.
Yeah. I'm just saying you can make movies that don't make sense
mm-hmm.
or that you don't understand and have it still be captivating.
Yeah.
And good.
So a lot of the things with Donnie Darko is people are always like, well, it was a metaphor for blank, or it was supposed to represent this. The movie's told backwards, things like that, right? When I watched the movie the first time, I was like, wow, that was amazing. You know, that was crazy. I get it now. And then I think the second or third or fourth time that I was watching it, like, you just start, like, playing on your phone. You start thinking about, like, should I do the dishes? Because
fall asleep.
The reason that it's not as good the first time, though, is because you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not a rewatchable movie for me. It's not like putting on like Clerks or The Internship, where I'm just like, I'm gonna laugh a little bit. I'm gonna just have background noise.
Mm-hmm.
Like silly, dumb movies are great for that. But a movie like this, everyone was so hyped about how amazing it was. So you get hyped and then you watch it and it's underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's the first time you watch it and you're like, wow, yeah, that was crazy. I need to watch it again to put it all together. When you put it together, it's not fun anymore.
And just...
It's like a puzzle, right? Like a legit puzzle. Once you get all the pieces down, what do you do with it?
You put it away.
Cool.
Take it apart.
Take it
back
apart,
in the
put it
box.
away. But this is a permanent puzzle. It's in your brain.
These movies on our list aren't necessarily bad.
Yeah, they're not bad
They're
movies.
not bad. It's just we don't understand why they're so hyped up.
So loved. I can appreciate them all on this list for one reason or the other.
For what they are.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But Donnie Darko.
So the next one, number 8, is probably going to be controversial on this one.
Controversial.
Fight Club.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, Fight Club.
Fight Club.
I do enjoy this movie.
Me too.
Never once have I. There we go. That's the phrasing. Wanted to put it on a list of my favorite movies of all time. You know.
Yeah. How long is this movie?
I don't know. My phone's not working.
And so, from what I remember, and this movie came out before studios started making 2.5, 3 hour long movies. Like that's a normal now, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
At the time, I felt like this movie's runtime was way too long, and that the movie wasn't exciting enough for it to be that long.
Okay.
So, like, there's just... You want me to do it?
I have no idea what's going on right now. My phone just quit.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
It's the last thing I looked up on my
everything
phone.
on my phone, though. So all the stuff that I pulled up for this, gone.
So this movie came out in 1999. 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a longer movie,
Especially for 1999.
I feel like in that era though, we were getting a lot of really long movies, like some others on our list, or like I don't know. I feel like The Green Mile was pretty long, things like that, right?
So I think
Titanic had 4 VHS tapes.
Yeah, Edward Norton, great performance.
Yeah, and
great.
Brad Pitt too.
Brad Pitt also.
Yeah,
but there was a lot of dead space.
Yeah, like our podcast. I'm just kidding.
I'm done. I'm done. I quit.
I couldn't help
That's
myself.
the last straw.
Is it?
No.
There's not a single straw in this building. No, I get what you're saying though. It's a lot of filler.
Yeah.
It is the plot feels kind of convoluted. It's a little full of itself.
How many times do we see them fight?
We're not allowed to talk about it.
Right.
But my biggest thing with that movie, dude, is when it comes down to it, that movie created this trend going forward where if you put a single twist in your movie, it's like Fight Club.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a twist ending. It's like Fight Club.
Yeah.
We can't have like multiple personalities show up anywhere without someone putting it, it's like Fight Club.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not. It's Fight Club is like the disease. Fight Club is like the disorder. The Fight Club is what it is.
Yeah. Also, the whole subliminal message thing, like what they did, the flashes.
With the editor and the director and stuff.
Yeah.
That was just for us, the viewers, not anything to do with the movie.
Yeah. Like, it really didn't have anything to do with the movie. But at the same time, it took viewers years to figure out that there was even anything. Like, you have to really watch to see it.
And the movie breaks the fourth wall a lot. And people are just so impressed by that notion when other movies have done it better.
So, in 1999, if I was old enough to understand or watch, I could see the hype on this movie
right at the time.
Then, but for it to be like all-time greatest movies and people's opinions, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, it doesn't ring the bell for me. You know, it doesn't like I don't know the last time I said I'm gonna go home and watch Fight Club.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened. I get it though, and the biggest thing about this movie though is I don't think people understand what it means and what the message is, And I don't think I think people love this movie just because it's got fighting in it. You know what I mean? The message behind this movie is so much greater than that and so much bigger than that. Like it has nothing to do with the violence. It has everything to do with the emotion, and how
what the Edward Norton character,
the depression,
I remember his name.
Yeah.
What he was struggling through,
that's what the movie's about. And it's like being emotionally vulnerable with other men in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not about the fighting, guys. It's not.
That's why you never talk about Fight Club.
That's why you never talk about it. Because maybe they're not actually fighting in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, the next one on our list.
Not even gonna try.
I'll just type him in. We're supposed to have a dynamic here.
I got it back.
Okay, you got it back. Got it back.
I got it. The next one is a sappy one.
Ugh, yuck.
My biggest thing is I can't watch this movie.
I'm so tired of this movie. I'm
over it. Yeah, so we don't need to talk about it too much. We can just kind of just hit it with this movie is highly rated on IMDb. It's got a 2 hour runtime, so right on the sweet spot. Came out in 2004. This movie still comes up in any list that you will look into about what movies to watch during Valentine's Day, what movies to take your crush to. Oh, they're showing it at a theater in your town again, like a independent theater. Take your date to there because oh my god, it'd be so cute. The Notebook.
The Notebook.
Is it the greatest love story of all time?
No. Why? Why would it be?
Could I tell you what the greatest love story of all time is?
You and me.
Or Toy Story. I think Up.
Up.
You know.
Up. Okay.
We're not talking about those movies though.
Did I cry in The Notebook the first time I watched it? Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
I'm not going to lie. At the end, it was sad. Sure. Little tear, right? Do I want to watch it again? Ever?
No.
No. Up? First 10 minutes, dude.
Get you.
I'm crying like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I try not to, I'm crying like my heart was just broken.
Yeah.
By that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to go get a tub of ice cream and eat it off for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, you eat it off.
Anyways, this movie is just like, it is what it is. It's not great. It's not the greatest love story of all time. It's not the greatest love movie of all time.
Yeah, it really just...
Is that considered a rom-com? It's not rom-com, right?
No, it's a drama.
Drama.
Yeah.
It
is what it is. Like, we can't even talk about it because it just doesn't...
we don't even have anything good or bad to say about it.
It's just not fun.
What do you want?
I don't know.
What?
But like the whole idea of that movie, right, is like one of them doesn't remember anything. So let the dude tell the story. Do you think what if he's lying? What if the whole story's made up? He's been trying to get with her the whole movie, right? Yeah. And then at the end, they're like, "Oh, she doesn't remember shit," and he's like, "This is my chance. The window is open."
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Movies left for interpretation.
Yeah, I'm just saying though. It's not for me.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Let's just move on to the next one. I think we said enough about that one.
I think so. What's next on the list?
Next one is number 6. Inception.
2010, 2.5 hours long. Christopher Nolan directed.
Very long.
Is it a good movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it one of the best movies of all time?
No.
Did it spawn a wave that is still crashing today of trailers having the blah in their trailers?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. We're still seeing the ripples of that today. The visuals in this movie are awesome. I get it. Like, there's so many cool moments in this movie. There's really great performances. But I just don't ever have the drive to want to watch this movie again. I feel like there was really cool action scenes, but it gets to the point where I just want to know how the movie ends, how the story ends. The reason this movie gets so hyped is just because the ending keeps people debating for years and years and years, right? Is he still asleep? Is he awake? We'll never know. Oh, the top wobbled, blah, blah, blah. But I think it takes more for a movie. It takes more for a movie to stand out and to be remembered than just an ending that doesn't explain shit. So you and your buddies can just argue about it for years.
Yeah.
So I seem really mad.
Do you think it was necessary to add like the James Bond style like action scenes in the dreams?
There was times where I feel like it was okay. You know, it was okay to have because they are dreams, right?
Yeah.
There's people's dreams. But also, how is it possible that every single dream just kind of felt the same?
Yeah.
It's the same color palette. It's the same, like, kind of dingy locations, same action scenes. There
was no variety, right?
So I would have much rather had, like, a everything every...
So basically,
you know what I mean?
This movie is The Matrix.
Yeah, but in dreams.
In dreams.
Yeah.
So instead of, dream walking, and when you dream, usually there's something different going on, right? Or if I'm in your dreams, it's going to be different than my dreams, or it's going to be different from this other guy's dreams.
But why were all their dreams the same?
Exactly. It's just The Matrix. It's just a dream world. An astral plane?
Astral plane?
Astral plane?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just...
Make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense, and that's the thing. That's the thing about it. It is just one of those movies. Yeah. It's one of those movies that gets talked about so much that it just kind of has been beaten to death, in my opinion.
Yeah, sure.
And just because we don't spoon feed the audience now, that's what makes it a perfect movie, you know?
Yeah.
But let's move on to the next one on the list, which I think is a fun one to talk about. All the way from 1997.
Oh.
3 hours and 15 minutes, this movie.
Yeah.
Starring... Wait a second. It's another DiCaprio movie. It's Titanic. Titanic. Is it good? Sure.
Yeah.
Do I want to watch it all the time? No.
Do I want to watch 3 hours and how many?
14.
Do I want to watch 3 hours and 14 minutes of movie all the time? No. What can I pop in the third VHS tape and then just watch that one? Yes. Yes, I can.
For me, it's more along the lines of I think it's super funny that people. I love seeing the memes of like, oh, you could have made the room on the door and blah blah blah. Oh, have you seen the joke where it's like, man, they really had these people freezing in the water to shoot to get, or they had like the camera guys just watching these people die.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's not a documentary, dummy. Did this movie break down barriers of like CG and like action sequences in the crash? Yeah, hell yeah.
And it was great.
Did it have a song that still haunts my memories to this day? Yeah.
Yes.
Do we hear that song anytime you walk into a Kohl's? Probably.
So it could be, whatever tickles your pickle, you know what I mean? But like this movie being called Titanic.
Yeah.
The most interesting part of the movie is what happened to the Titanic.
Right, but it's not about that, right?
It's not. It's a love story between Jack and Sally.
Is it Jack and Sally?
No, it's Jack and Rose.
You see how much I remember this movie? No.
Jack and Rose. A love story between the two that met on the Titanic, and then like, how long did the Titanic tragedy happen?
Couple days.
In the movie.
Couple days.
In the movie.
3 hours, 15 minutes. How long did it happen in the movie?
The tragedy.
Oh, like 4 minutes.
The crash.
4 minutes.
Like four to 8 minutes.
No, and the big thing is like you're watching these two like fall in love, and like it's what's gonna happen? Everything's all like nice and pleasant and whatever, right?
Yeah.
We all know how that movie ends, right?
Yeah.
We know how it ends. It is a historical moment in history that ship is crashing and going down and killing thousands of people. Did I say plane?
You said ship.
Why did I think I said plane?
I don't know.
Weird. Maybe I'm just done talking about this movie. But no, but like it is a historical like point in time. We know what happened to the Titanic. We've read about it. We've heard about it. So they made this love story that has nothing to do with the ship, but has everything to do with the ship. But we all know the ship's going to sink.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you remember the end of the movie where old Rose, withered, decrepit, dried out Rose,
sure,
is like, well, he's technically snuck onto the boat, and he has no record of him ever being there. And there's no pictures, and I can barely remember what he looks like.
But I love him.
But I still love him to this day, and now I'm gonna throw this priceless jewel off this boat in his memory. And it's like, but are you sure about that? Like,
I get it. It's yours, but like
historical moment.
If you're gonna throw it away, can you just give it to me instead?
But also, props to James Cameron for inventing new submarines just to get footage of the actual crash. making sure we can see it. Like, it was one of the first times we had like footage of it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he helped develop that shit.
Yeah.
And it gets praised for the door being big enough to hold both of them and not being able to hold both of them. Overrated as heck.
Yeah.
What's next on the list?
The next one, number 4.
Close all my shit.
We're down to number 4 now.
Wow, we're doing it.
This movie,
yeah,
made billions of dollars in the box office.
Mm-hmm.
Billions
with a B.
It is still the most, the most highest grossing movie in
I think it
of
lost
all time,
that
right?
title. I think it lost the title. Do you want me to look it up while you're talking about it?
Please. And I'm sure you're taking a guess with the highest grossing movie of all time. It's Avatar. Do I like this movie? Yes.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
It is back at number 1.
Okay.
Because they re-released it. Do you remember?
Yeah.
For that one weekend, because Avengers Endgame was number 1, right?
Oh.
It passed it with 2.7, and then now Avatar's sitting at 2.9.
How's that allowed?
But I swear it's because they re-released Avatar when the second one was about to come out. Yeah. Fuckers.
Whatever. So it's still the highest grossing movie of all time, apparently. And
tell me what happens in this movie.
I think the movie is good.
Tell me what happens.
Okay.
4 sentences. Tell me what happens.
4 sentences. Mm-hmm. Humans tried to invade a planet to get their tree, like their energy source from the trees.
What's the energy source called?
Don't know.
It's like unobtainium.
I don't remember.
Unobtainium.
Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure. Unobtainable. Unobtainium. You know what it? Mm-hmm. Anyways, keep going. Mm-hmm. So they try to take the tree powers.
Yeah.
The humans come to the land to take the tree powers.
Yeah.
From the people who live in the tree.
Trees. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Big giant
blue kitties.
Blue kitty cat aliens. Mm-hmm. Humans found a way to put their consciousness, put their consciousness into a dead alien or a cloned alien. It's cloned.
Mm-hmm.
It's cloned.
I don't
for
remember.
Sure. They grew it, I guess.
Test tube babies.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're describing Fern Gully. For the most part. You remember Fern Gully from when you were a kid? You ever see that movie?
Mm-mm.
Sweet. So people are trying to take the forest from the creatures that inhabit it, and they fight back. Fern Gully. Or Pocahontas.
Yeah.
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 Movie, cool. It looks great. It's pretty to look at. The story is
It's good.
It's the thing that happens all the time. Is a new person comes into this place that isn't welcome, then is now all of a sudden welcome, and now they're falling in love, and now they want to stay in the place. George of the Jungle, same shit.
George.
Why are they going to the jungle? Why are they going to the jungle?
I haven't seen that movie in 20 fucking years.
Why are they going to the jungle? To find some treasures and stuff, right? And then what happens? Oh, Ursula falls in love with George, and she becomes one with the jungle.
Have you seen this movie recently?
Yes. But anyways.
All I know is Brendan Fraser is in it.
Brendan Fraser's great, dude. Everything he did in that period of time and now, great.
And super jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I want to watch Encino Man.
All right. So
Avatar for me, super overrated.
Pocahontas.
Super overrated because the fact that there were people... And it's unfortunate, but there's the fact that there are people who got depressed to a point they needed to be helped because they could not live in the land of Pandora tells me something is wrong with either this movie or the society that we live in, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like people who actually got sad.
Real people.
Depressed, yes. That they could not live in the world of Pandora. A made-up place, all CG. where cat people have sex with the openings in their tails. Right?
Uh-huh.
Right. But also, did you watch the second one?
Yeah.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No. You know what I know about the second one? The water looked great.
Water.
The water looked great. The CG water looked great.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it took, 10 years for the sequel?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more? And there's 6 movies planned? Tells me something
Every
weird.
10 years?
Tells
60 years?
Something weird. Woo! You're not going to see how it ends.
Yeah.
But I just think that the movie was so hyped and so praised and so talked about. And all I could think about was, I've seen this story millions of times.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like video games that I play. This, it's Avatar. And it's just blue kitties fighting for their home. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Should it be the highest grossing movie of all time? No, but it is because of how pretty it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's why.
I didn't know people were so serious that they were depressed that they couldn't live.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some people ended up just not moving forward with their lives after that movie, and I'm not kidding about that. It's really dark, depressing.
I don't know where you got this information from, but
I will pull it up.
okay.
I will.
All
I
right.
swear I will find it. Not right now
After
because
the podcast.
we're gonna get into some more fun subjects because that movie I just don't understand how it had that much of a cultural impact.
Uh-huh. All right.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
We're down to our final 3 movies.
Let's finish this shit up.
Number 3.
We can do a quick one for this one.
I want to know your thoughts on number 3.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to talk about it?
Yeah.
All right. Coming at you from 2013, not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
11 years.
Uh-huh.
From Disney.
Uh-huh.
It's a movie with a princess and talking animals and songs.
I could never guess which one it is.
It's Frozen.
Frozen. Let it snow. Let it snow.
No,
that's it, right?
let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it snow. Let it go. I'm done. The songs in this movie are overly catchy.
Okay.
I don't think it's as fun as Tangled.
Uh-huh.
We all know I love Tangled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of the songs. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm sick of the songs. I'm sick of this movie being the only Disney princess movie that anyone talks about these days.
Uh-huh.
I'm sick and tired that Rapunzel's not getting the love they get because they came out pretty much the same time.
Do they sing in Rapunzel?
Yeah. And you don't remember the songs, and they're better than the Frozen songs.
Don't remember. I've seen Tangled.
I'm gonna play
a couple times.
I'm gonna play the Tangled soundtrack for you later when I'm going over the real true stories of how bad the Avatar frenzy was.
Understood.
I don't think Olaf is that fun of a character.
Uh-huh.
Sven is great. I like the little reindeer.
Uh-huh.
He's fun.
Yeah.
But for me personally, this movie, people were so obsessed with it. That's all they talked about for a long time.
Yeah.
And I just think that there are so many better Disney movies that have come out since. And this one just doesn't do it for me. I've not seen any of the sequels.
Me either.
I just don't get it.
They could have done so much more with the princess.
Mm-hmm.
Having ice powers. I mean, it's a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're saying. I don't understand either why everyone's so hyped about it. But Disney movies to me is just another Disney movie.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sad because they're all the same, right?
Yeah.
They're all the same in a way.
Damsel in distress needs to be saved by love.
Yeah.
And the power of song.
And the power of song and talking animals and just like you said, it's just it is overrated when you think about it, but I've never thought about it like that.
Tell me another Disney song that has been played in supermarkets and grocery stores and stuff like that.
I don't know.
Other than Let It Go.
I don't know.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, you know it happens. Like, Let It Go plays on the radio stations. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a normal non-Disney movie song.
Yeah.
But there's better songs.
Yeah.
I agree with the list of, like, Frozen being pretty high up there because, A, we wrote the list. B, we put it that high because of how many times we saw it on other people's lists. Mm-hmm. And I just think the dynamic, there's so many good moments that just don't pay off for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm just sick of fucking Let It Go.
Right.
I'm so sick of it, man.
I mean, I can't think of better Disney movies that I would choose to watch, you know?
Yeah.
I've never said, hey, I'm going to put on Frozen.
Yeah.
You know?
If I want to put on a random Disney movie, it's probably going to be a Muppet movie because they're part of the Disney now. Mm-hmm. Or Tangled. Or Treasure Planet.
Or Moana.
I could almost put that on our list. I would almost fight to put Moana on the list.
Dude, we're going to start fighting.
Do you want to know why right now that I think it's overrated?
Yeah.
The fact that they're working on a sequel already and a live action version of the first one. And this movie is, 5 years old?
Because of?
The Rock.
The Rock. Which people are really mad at The Rock right now for lots of reasons, actually.
Are they?
Yeah.
You'll have to tell me after the podcast.
There's a lot of... I was thinking of a clever word, but I can't think of it. There's there's a lot of hate for The Rock right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're not going
to get into it. We're going to get to the next.
Let's talk about these two because these two are huge ones on the list for us.
Uh-huh.
One of them's more so for me, but then the last one on the list is the one that started this whole thing off. So I feel like we can really talk about it. Uh-huh. I don't need to get too in detail with this next one if you don't want me to.
It's just boring.
Let's just say it's Pulp Fiction.
Number 2.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Hi, all Tarantino fans out there. Welcome to our podcast. I'm going to shit on your favorite Tarantino movie right now. And I'm going to shit on it because I don't think it's that good. Does it have witty dialogue? Yes. Does it have fun moments? Yes. Is the action okay? Yeah.
Is the opening scene amazing and makes you wish the whole movie had that kind of energy?
Yeah.
Yes.
But also, have you seen any other Tarantino movies? Because there are better ones.
Yeah.
There are so many better ones. We saw on the list there was also at Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Better than Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For me, going through film school and everything, in every class, almost every single class, the teacher, professor, whoever, is going to go, what's the movie that inspired you? Or what's your favorite movie? 95% of the people around me always said, Pulp Fiction's the best movie of all time. And I can't get on that train. Mm-hmm. Is Tarantino great at writing dialogue? Yeah. But have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah.
Because it is so much better than Pulp Fiction in my eyes.
Yeah.
That's just it.
I agree. 100%.
I think Pulp Fiction sucks. It is hard to watch. It's not fun.
Like you said, it has its moments.
It has moments.
And the characters are great. But like I said, you want the energy from the beginning all the time. They went out they came in with a bang. Mm-hmm. I want to see that all the time.
Yeah, it sizzles out.
And it sizzles.
It sizzles.
And it simmers.
It simmers. It fizzles.
It's at a slow boil.
It's like a crock pot set to keep warm.
It's boiling.
No, it's not. It's
at the beginning.
At the beginning.
The beginning. It's boiling.
Uh-huh.
And then you drop your pot, your water goes everywhere.
Yeah, and now your feet hurt.
And then you have to...
And Tarantino's getting it on camera because he loves feet.
And then you have to put a new pot to boil.
Yeah.
And this one's taking twice as long.
Yeah, you didn't salt it. But yeah, again, Tarantino fans out there, Pulp Fiction, not the best movie of all time.
It ain't it.
It is not the best Tarantino film of all time.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Yeah.
Better movies out there.
Uh-huh.
Give them a shot.
Yeah.
check them out.
Check them out.
Have you seen Death Proof?
Have I?
So good.
Not
Better
sure.
than Pulp Fiction.
Is that the one where they're driving the car?
Yeah.
Ah.
Better than Pulp Fiction.
All right.
Let's talk about this last one on the list real quick.
Number one.
Let's get into it. So this movie is the one we both... Did you watch it this year too?
Mm-hmm.
And we both were just like, dude, this movie sucks.
This year?
Well, last year.
We watched it during Halloween.
During Halloween last year.
Yeah.
We both just kind of were like, man, this movie kind of blows.
I did everything in my power to finish the movie.
Me too.
6 times.
Yeah.
Let me backtrack. I tried watching it from the beginning 4 times. Fell asleep every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started fast forwarding to what I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me 6 times to finish the movie. So that's 6 times that I had to fast forward to where I left off to finish this movie.
Because you were watching on VHS tape, right?
I had to rewind the tape and then fast forward it, and
yeah, and the ginseng and the honey. We sat down to watch this because it was on a list of like most popular movies.
Best movies.
It was on a list of like best horror movies to watch, and since I was trying to watch a horror movie every night up until Halloween, we didn't get very far because this one ruined the momentum. It's really long. It's like 2.5 hours, but it feels like 4. Are there moments of complete and utter terror in this movie?
Yeah.
I think 1, maybe 2.
There's a couple. I would say a couple.
But my favorite part of this movie is Shelley Duvall. Like, she is just so good. And then you hear how they got her to be there.
We didn't name the movie.
I thought we did.
No.
Oh.
It's The Shining.
It's The Shining.
We were building it.
I didn't know I thought you said it. I thought you said it. Let's go back. Let's try again. Let's rewind it 6 times and go from the top. So we're talking about The Shining.
It's The Shining.
The Shining.
You ruined it.
I can cut it out.
Anyways,
you can edit this shit if you want. We've never edited a single episode. I'll start now.
No, it's okay. That's all right. It's all right.
And if I just said an actor's name.
Right, yeah.
Most people don't know the actor's name, so technically,
how many movies has that actor been in?
Have you seen Popeye? Yeah, with Robin Williams as Popeye. And Shelley Duvall is Olive Oil.
Yeah.
Technically, we both ruined it then.
Okay, yeah.
Just to make me sleep tonight.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're talking about The Shining.
The Shining.
But the way that Stanley Kubrick treated Shelley Duvall to get her to act that way is like talked about today because of how just shitty he was and how shitty the filming conditions were and how they made her do a take like hundreds of times to get just the one thing right. But never saying if you do it this way, it's right. You know, things like that, right?
Yeah.
But the scene where, you know, he comes through the door with the axe, pretty terrifying. The scene with the gross lady coming out of the bathtub, pretty terrifying. That's it for me. Nothing else is scary in this movie. Nothing else freaks me out.
The twin little girls
but they
creepy.
don't freak me out. Like, it's not like I had nightmares about that, you know? The blood in the hallway, fucking sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They did that. They made that shit happen. Everything else about this movie, though, dude, I'm like waiting for it to end.
Or waiting for the next scare or something crazy, and sometimes it just doesn't pay off.
No, and most of it, I'm trying to give it the benefit of like it being from, you know, what, the 70s. I'm like, it's just a product of its time. You know, it'll pick up. It'll do this. It'll do that. But we have friends that swear that this is like one of the best movies of all time. And it just makes me question just a lot of people's judgment. Because I get why people would think that. You know, I get why people would love this movie.
For the good moments.
Yeah, but they have nothing negative to say about it. You know what I mean? People who love this movie have nothing negative to say about it. There's a lot.
But also, we're in a time where you don't have to know the movie or see the movie to know the good parts of the movie.
Yeah.
With technology, and people have probably seen reviews of other people's thoughts of the greatest parts of the movie without ever having seen it.
Have you seen Ready Player One?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. That whole scene with The Shining, better than the entire movie of The Shining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's because they took the interesting parts. And it was, a scene of this movie?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I wanted to like this movie a lot more than I did. And I finally sat down and watched it in its entirety in one sitting this last year.
It's just...
And I got up so many times to, like, make food or go pee, and I'm like, don't pause it.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Yeah.
Oh, I got a phone call. It's work. Don't pause the movie. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I like the connectivity of Stephen King's universe, but that doesn't mean... it doesn't have to do with the Shining movie. Right? There's parts that are connected elsewhere, and it's cool to see another aspect of the shine, you know?
Yeah.
But the movie feels a lot longer than it is.
Did you watch Dr. Sleep?
Nope, because I was so bored with...
It was all right. Yeah. It was pretty good.
Maybe I will someday, but I doubt it.
All right.
I do like Ewan McGregor.
Yeah. Well, that concludes our list of 10 overrated movies. I'm
feeling just kind of down.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't feel like we talked about anything I wanted to talk about today. Like, you know what I mean?
We wanted to talk about this.
No, I'm saying like we're talking about things that we don't like, you know?
Right.
I'm feeling just down.
But like, just like we said before, the movies were not necessarily bad.
They're just overly hyped. They're talked about way more than we think they deserve sometimes.
Yeah.
And maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. We want to know either way.
Yeah. If you agree, if you disagree, or if
you've never thought about it that way. And if you decide to let it go, let it go in the comments down below.
Let it go in the comments. And let it go on that like button.
Yeah, and
just
tap the bell.
Hit the bell. Tap it.
Just tap it. A little tap-a-roo.
Just give it a little dinger.
Yeah.
You know?
Just a little bing.
Yeah, a little ding.
Yeah, that works. But also, like, you know, tell 5 of your friends to watch our videos. Subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Follow us on, like, TikTok and Instagram at
BJ_.
And, you know, if you're watching on YouTube, share this video with some people and just be like, yo, I have to do this or I'm going to get in a lot of trouble.
I'm going to be forced to watch The Shining over and over and over and over.
In reverse. No, but like tell your friends, I have to share this and you have to subscribe or The Shining every single night this week. Played at different speeds and different color temperatures.
Yeah.
It'll be really weird watching someone freeze to death while it's bright and sunny warmth, you know? Like, yeah, it'll be fun.
Or a sepia.
A little sepia. Black and white, probably okay.
Yeah.
Probably feel normal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well.
Thank
you for listening to BJ in the Morning. I'm Juan.
And I'm Brendan.
And we'll talk to you next time?
Maybe. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
Episode 69?
Hey.